Hello, my amazing students, and welcome back to Daily English. Today, I'm going to share something that might surprise you. There's actually only one way to truly improve your English. Yes, you heard that right. Just one way. But before I reveal this secret, let me tell you about something that happened to me yesterday that honestly made me a little frustrated. I received 3 messages from 3 different English learners. And normally, I'm a very patient teacher, but these messages really bothered me. Let me read them to you. Student number 1 wrote, "I'm really busy this week, but I promise I'll start working on my English in 2 weeks." Student number 2 said, "I'll begin speaking English with people as soon as I master perfect grammar." And student number 3 told me, "I'll seriously focus on my English when I move to Canada next year." Can you guess what all 3 of these messages have in common? They're all excuses. These are the kinds of excuses that English learners make every single day to avoid studying, to avoid doing the hard work, and to avoid actually improving their English skills. This got me thinking about a very important question. When is the absolute best time to learn English? Is it during a specific season, like fall when school starts? Maybe it's a particular time of day, morning, afternoon, or evening. Or perhaps it's when you have the perfect conditions. To answer this question, I want to share a personal story with you. Back in 2022, I decided to start posting videos on TikTok. I created short grammar lessons, quick vocabulary tips, and helpful English content because I had one clear goal. I wanted to grow my social media following and help more people around the world become fluent in English. But here's the thing. Creating content meant I had to film videos every day. I needed to think of new ideas, write scripts, edit videos, and put myself out there on the internet for everyone to see. At the same time, I was working a full-time job, putting in about 40 hours every week. Every evening, I would come home completely exhausted. I had zero motivation. All I wanted to do was fall into bed and sleep. I was tired, stressed, and honestly, the last thing I wanted to do was turn on my camera and film English lessons. But you know what? The only reason you're able to watch my videos today, the only reason I can talk to you right now through the screen is because I decided to ignore those feelings. I ignored being tired. I ignored having no motivation. I ignored wanting to quit. Instead, I did the work anyway. Every single day, even when I didn't feel like it. And look where we are now. You're watching my videos. I have a lot of students on my social media. All of this happened in just 3 years. I can honestly say that my success comes from one simple habit. I work consistently, even when I don't feel like it. Every morning when I wake up, I don't always want to get out of my comfortable, cozy bed. Sometimes I want to stay under the covers all day, but I still get up, open my laptop, and do the work because I have goals to achieve. This is exactly the same principle that applies to learning English or any other skill in life. The people who succeed, the people who actually achieve their dreams, are the ones who can ignore their feelings and put in effort every single day. They show up and do what needs to be done regardless of how they feel in that moment. So to answer our earlier question, the best time to improve your English is right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not when you have more free time, not when you feel more motivated. Right now. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. There will always be something else you'd rather do instead of studying English. There will always be excuses waiting for you. You'll always feel too tired some days. You'll always want to postpone it until tomorrow. You'll always think you're too busy. You'll always find reasons to wait for the perfect moment. But guess what? I've made these same excuses too. Everyone has. I'm not perfect. Some days I give 120% effort. Other days maybe only 50%. I'm not saying you need to be perfect every single day. What I am saying is this. The sooner you start taking action, the sooner you'll see real results. You are completely in control of your future. You are the only person who can decide whether you become fluent in English or not. If you want to speak English confidently,
You have the power to make that happen. If you want to master any skill in life, you have that power inside you. You get to choose when your success story begins. Want to know the guaranteed way to never become fluent in English? Do nothing. If you don't take any action, you will never improve. It's that simple. But here's the good news. You have to do something every single day, and something small is always better than nothing at all. So what exactly can you do to improve your English? I've shared this many times on my channel, and it's actually quite simple. I use a 3-step formula that works for every English learner. Learn, speak, and get feedback. Step 1 is learn. This is the easiest part, and there's absolutely no excuse not to do this. You're already learning right now by watching my video. Whenever you hear new vocabulary words, write them down immediately. Create a special notebook just for English, or use the Notes app on your phone to keep a vocabulary list. Watch English movies and TV shows. Listen to English podcasts during your commute. Change your phone's language settings to English. These are all super basic activities, but you'd be amazed how many students skip these simple steps. Even if you only watch my videos for 15 minutes each day, that's an excellent start. It's infinitely better than doing nothing. Always write down new vocabulary words and keep that list growing. Step 2 is speak. Think of it like going to the gym. If you just watch other people exercise, you won't build any muscles, right? You actually have to work out yourself. Learning English is exactly the same. If you don't practice speaking, you will never improve your speaking skills. I know this can be challenging, especially if you don't live in an English-speaking country or don't have native English speakers around you. I've created several videos about this problem on my channel, so definitely check those out. But the bottom line is this: you must speak English regularly. When you speak, try to use the new vocabulary you've been learning. This is how your brain remembers new words permanently. If you learn a word but never use it in conversation, you'll forget it very quickly. It's that simple. Step 3 is get feedback. This step is somewhat optional, but it's incredibly helpful if you want to improve quickly. When you make mistakes, and everyone makes mistakes, you need someone to correct you. Otherwise, you might develop bad habits that become harder to fix later. Many students use AI tools for feedback these days. While I'm not the biggest fan of AI because it sometimes makes errors and tends to agree with you too much, it can be helpful if you don't have other options. If you're interested in getting professional feedback and working with experienced teachers, we'd be happy to review your application for our English improvement programs. Over the past few years, we've helped thousands of students improve their English skills online. We don't work with everyone, though. We only accept students who are at intermediate or advanced levels, who have at least 2 to 3 hours per week to dedicate to English improvement, and who are highly motivated to succeed. If this sounds like you, click the link in the description below to learn more about applying. Here's what I want you to remember from today's lesson. Every time you feel unmotivated to study English, every time you feel lazy or want to procrastinate, remember that the only person you're hurting is yourself, specifically your future self. I know this from working with thousands of students in our programs and hearing from hundreds of thousands of learners online. If you put in consistent effort, if you follow the 3-step formula of learn, speak, and get feedback, you will improve your English. It's not rocket science. It's just a language that requires practice and time. I know it's not glamorous work. I know it's not super exciting every day, but that's the reality of learning any skill. The formula is simple. Learn plus speak plus get feedback plus practice plus time equals English fluency. My goal is to help you become fluent in English, so if you want to continue improving with me, make sure to subscribe to Daily English here on YouTube. Hit that like button if this video helped you, and leave a comment below answering this question. What excuses have you been making for not studying English? Be completely honest with me. We all make excuses sometimes. The first step to real improvement is recognizing these excuses and then breaking those bad habits. If you're ready to join a program that has successfully helped thousands of students improve their English speaking, reading, writing, listening, grammar, business English, and IELTS skills, click the link in the description below to submit your application. We'd love to hear from you and review your goals. Remember, the best time to start is right now. Your English fluency journey begins today, not tomorrow. I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.